My name is Bo Thiesson, and I'm a data scientist at Kaunt. I've been working with AI most of my life, both here in Denmark, but also in the US. In answering why it's so important to understand your data when you're building an AI, I'll first just talk a little bit about what's actually involved in an AI. An AI has three parts to it. There's a learning part where the AI actually learns how to perform the task that it's supposed to do. And then there's an orchestration part where the activity that you're constructing contains many different tasks to it. So there's an orchestration of these tasks. And then the AI also, of course, needs to be able to act on what it has learned, so it needs to present its intelligence. But if we come back to the learning part of the AI, and imagine that the AI is going to be constructed by eliciting knowledge from domain experts. If these experts are not very good, or they're not good at explaining the task, or you're not very good at understanding what it is they are saying, then obviously to most people, the AI you're going to construct in that way is not going to be very good. And the same goes for data, of course. If the data is not quality, or if the data scientists do not understand the data very well, then obviously the AI you're going to construct from this data is not going to perform optimal as well. In most cases, actually very far from. Probably the most important advice I can give to people, that is, get to know your data. Really make sure that you have spent the time actually preparing this data in a proper way before you use them for constructing the AI. Otherwise, the AI will be suboptimal, I promise. And I'm saying something very obvious here, it feels like. But the fact of the matter is that it's much more appealing or more fun just to go off and try and learn an AI from some data. And there are plenty of tools out there that are at the stage right now where you can just do that. Everybody who has just a little bit of experience in programming can build an AI. They cannot necessarily build a good AI if they do not spend the time in actually modeling what's going on in the data. An AI, what will it learn? It will just learn to replicate whatever is in the data. So if the data is garbage, obviously you're going to get garbage out, and your systems will not work that well. So the message here is really eat your vegetables. So get to learn your data and make sure they're quality before you get on to the dessert of actually training the AI and building your rewarding system. Otherwise, I assure you that your AI dessert is not going to taste that well.